make this a two-parter. The first was on the opposite of faith, which is certainty. The second is the opposite of faith, which is cynicism. And I think nothing actually says the cynicism and nihilism as George Carlin, primarily when he is talking about society. Look at his Google on YouTube, George Carlin entropy. When you don't have faith, I believe, you can start looking at society with all the death and all the stupidity and all the hypocrisy, and you can get cynical. You can get nihilistic. And I believe that those that I talked about in my first video, those of the certainty opposite of faith, help breed the other kind of opposite of certainty, cynicism, nihilism, and atheism. And I want to play a little bit for you.
The longer you listen to this abortion debate, the more you hear this phrase, sanctity of life. You've heard that, sanctity of life. You believe in it? Personally, I think it's a bunch of shit. Well, I mean, life is sacred? Who said so? God? Hey, if you read history, you realize that God is one of the leading causes of death.
Now, I believe in the sanctity of life. I believe that human life has a soul, and that is sacred. The spark of life, the humanity, the image of God, if you will. I don't understand the Old Testament, and I don't claim to do. I know that it was a violent time, full of war and genocides, but I believe that God said the time for that is done. There's a new covenant. The time for death in the name of religion other than my son is done. Death has no sting. We shouldn't kill. Nowhere in the New Testament does it say we should raise arms to fight off a tyrannical government. Nowhere. If so, Jesus and Paul would have said so. Just play a little bit more.
Has been for thousands of years. Hindus, Muslims, Jews, Christians, all taking turns killing each other because God told them it was a good idea. The sword of God, the blood of the Lamb, vengeance is mine. Millions of dead motherfuckers. Millions of dead motherfuckers, all because they gave the wrong answer to the God question. You believe in God? No.
And that's why I never understood Christians who would kill for their faith. I will never kill for my faith. I might get killed for my faith, but I will never kill for my faith. And that is why, if I didn't believe in Jesus Christ, if I didn't have faith, I would become cynical. The hypocrisy of the pro-life people who are also pro-gun. The hypocrisy of the pro-life people who basically, as George Carlin said, you care about them until conception, but after that, they're screwed. I'm using a different word here. The religious right drives cynicism, drives atheism, basically takes what should be good and transformative and makes it into crap. makes it into something toxic, something that people will want nothing of. I still have a saying, show me an atheist and I'll show you a person who was hurt by organized religion. That is why I make this video, because I was once cynical. I was once bordering on agnostic, thinking like, how could there be a God with people killing in his name? How could there be a God with people who are fighting for anyone and everyone to have a gun in the age of mass shootings? And I'm going to leave you in this. For those who are certain that carrying guns is a God-given right, a lot of them quote Luke 22. Whenever you mention guns, Luke 22:36, he said to them, but now if you have a purse, take it and also a bag, and if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. It is written, and he was numbered with his transgressors. I tell you that this must be fulfilled in me. Yes, what is written about me is reaching its fulfillment. The disciples said, see, Lord, here are 2 swords. That's enough, he replied. So the Luke 22 justification for radical pro-gun politics has no basis in biblical fact. Again, certainty. I thank God that I have faith. I thank God that he gave me the gift of faith. That I know that the world is very, very shitty right now. Full of hypocrisy, full of war. But I know that Jesus is real, and I know that there will be a reckoning. There will be a day when there will be no war, where all swords and guns and AR-15s are turned into plowshares. Pity those who don't want to do it now. Because if they don't do it now, what makes you think you're going to be able to do it when Jesus comes back? God bless you.